Hi everyone, and I'm Jake Lionheart, and today we're covering Marvel's all-new Ghost Rider, Engines of Vengeance Part 1. Now when the first artwork reveal for this book came out, I'm gonna be real with you guys, I was like, yes, this is going to suck. I mean, it looked terrible to me, in my opinion. It looked like a real bad Ghost Rider knockoff. Like, if some other company wanted to do a Ghost Rider type story, a column, something like, the Phantom Racer or something, it looked bad to me. On the other hand, I was kind of like on the fence about the muscle car because the muscle car looked really tough. It looked really cool, and my thoughts of Ghost Rider running over bad guys in Marvel's version of like Grand Theft Auto would be the funnest thing to see. But then I thought about the logistics. Like, what if the bad guys run into a narrow alleyway? I mean, what's he gonna do? Wait him out? No, that's lame. Where the regular Ghost Rider could just ride his motorcycle through and, grab the guys. So I don't know. I think this new Ghosty is out of luck. Can I call him Ghosty? So I had no intentions of checking out the all new Ghost Rider at all. And then I saw it. And it saw me. Just glaring. Calling out. Beckoning. Okay, whatever. I cracked it open honestly to see how bad it was. My curiosity just got the best of me. I'm like, it's probably very terrible. And to my surprise, I liked it a lot. So the story takes place in East Los Angeles, and we meet our new main character right away. He's a teenager by the name of Robbie Reyes. We're introduced to him at this auto shop where he works, and he's getting paid under the table. Then from there, we're taking probably across town, and there's a boy in a wheelchair reading comics. He gets bullied by these three thugs who toss him from his wheelchair and take off with it and the boy's comics. But it's at that moment that Robbie shows up and takes these thugs guys down, and he's wailing on them, pummeling them. And it's not until the ringleader of the group by the name of Weddle pulls a gun on him, and he's kind of at a stalemate. Now, we don't see what happens exactly in the book, but we do see the aftermath. Robbie is beat up and bloody, and he's carrying the kid that was in the wheelchair on his back. And it's at this point we find out that the kid is actually his little brother by the name of Gabe. Through this, we see them actually walking back home, and we find out how bad their neighborhood really is. And it's at this point, Gabe has this little quick conversation with Robbie, and he says, you're my hero. You show those guys. And it's at this point I was absolutely won over by this character. So they show them at home. Robbie cooks up some mac and cheese for Gabe, and they actually have a pretty nice night considering what happened earlier that day. But then Robbie sneaks out and heads to his workplace. And while he's there, he takes the car that he was working on. And as he gets in the car, we see that there's something else going on, but we're not quite sure what. Well, Robbie ends up taking the car to a street race. Now, in this street race, he bets the car in order to gain the bank at the end, whoever wins. So the racers take off, and Robbie is driving like a pro, so much that he can almost taste the wind. But then a helicopter shines a light on him. It's the cops. Of course it's the cops. We've seen this in every Fast and Furious movie. Robbie is doing what he can to outrun the cops, and the whole time thinking about what's going to happen if the cops bust him. What's going to happen to his little brother? Well, as fate would have it, Robbie finds himself in a dead end. and he does the only thing he could think: surrender. He gets out of the car, guns are drawn, gets on his knees and puts his hands behind his head, only to be shot down and killed. But these aren't the cops. These are men in military gear, and they start ransacking the car. And it turns out they find multiple duffel bags of pink pills in the trunk. Robbie is dead, and the men douse the car in gasoline and set it on fire. They take off, and the flames start burning everything up, leading to Robbie's body, and starts burning him too. But then something happens. In a burst of flame, Robbie is transformed into the new Ghost Rider. The car is now unscathed. Robbie, as the Ghost Rider, jumps in, and he rides out into the city night after the men who killed him. So what do you guys think of the all-new Ghost Rider? This is just the first part. Again, like most of the stories that Marvel is doing, they kind of want to set things up before they do the reveal, and of course the big reveal always comes at the end of the book. But I actually really liked it. We really got into who Robbie Reyes is, and I think he's a pretty promising main character. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and we'll be covering part 2 where you get to see Ghost Rider in action. Thanks for watching. See you next time.